Battle cruiser operational.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be TY and Larva in a knockdown, a drag 'em out TVZ here on Metropolis. Bottom left, it is a Larva. Bottom right, we got TY. TY, longtime player. Larva, longtime player. TY did go to StarCraft 2 for a while and became one of the best Terran players in StarCraft 2. Then he came back. And here he is today, playing against a Larva and giving him a macro game. So, TY, man, excellent stuff in ASL qualifiers. He proxied a factory on Blitz Y, I think in ASL 19. And that was such an interesting, excellent move. So, let's see if he has any excellent moves here today on Metropolis, which just means like a cityscape? Like a big city? Like a Metropolis? And I don't know why there's a lot of jungle tile set on this map, but I think maybe the map maker doesn't know what Metropolis means, and I don't know, just something to distract me, right? So it's going to be a TVZ here, walling off the natural, as is the Terran's want here in 2025 against Zerg. It's safe, it's economical, it helps you get pressure if you want to pressure against a hatch first play. Terra the Overlord moving out. That's right, Terry. It is Metropolis. We got some space platform stuff here, but that's not... It doesn't, like, scream cityscape to me. So here's the thing. StarCraft 2 had a map called Metropolis. I think it was. Back in 2010 when StarCraft 2 was new and exciting and shiny and fun, and maybe some of you guys played back then too, but... yeah, that map had buildings. It had roads. It had streets. It had street lights. Like, you have a tile set in StarCraft 2 that allows you to kind of build a city. Sort of. You know, it feels like a city anyway. And I don't think we have those available to us here in StarCraft Brood War, so naming your map Metropolis is not making any sense to me at all. It's all good. Not going to worry about it anymore. SCV comes in for the scout. It is Steve, the SCV. Terry continuing to scout. Brr, brr, brr. That's right, man. Scouting out, having a good time. Having a good time without a doubt. Not going to get shot by Marines because he's scouting the, you know, wrong direction, which is fine by him, except he does want to find the Terran because that will allow him to get more information. But the drone knows where we're at, and the drone knows what we're doing, so the Overlord's like, all right, fair enough. Drone did my job for me. Got enough of a scout off. You know what's happening here. It's an expansion. Now, look, you could do this, get a fast gas, get, like, a couple factories, and go for, like, a crazy mech push off of one base. And the Zerg player would maybe die to it. That'd be a lot of fun. But that's not what's happening here. This is an expansion. It's a 2-base Mutalisk opening here anyway from Larva. So he should be fine. I mean, if you're trying to go Goliaths, it's going to be Mutas anyway. That's the thing about 2-base Muta, is that it's good against pretty much everything. You want to keep an eye out if there's Marines coming, right? If this was like a 3 racks... kind of really solid stim timing push, you'd want to know that. And then you could throw down Sunkens, 3 Sunkens here, you'd be fine, while you continue to get your Mutalisks up. So I just don't know, what kind of aggressive plays there are these days that Zerg players would really struggle with, you know. SCV does get easily saved, still in the green HP, which means he's doing just fine, ma'am. Just fine. So, Lair finishing up. Second gas taken yet. I guess second gas timing is important. It shows us how much Mutalisk we're going to see in the map. Academy coming in. And more racks. So, it looks like an SK Terran opening here from TY. He could get into mech later, and he could transition. There's the Spire timing at about 4 minutes. Right on the nose at about 4, which is good timing. And there's the second gas as the Spire starts. Okay. So it's going to be a lot of Mutalisks out of Larva. It's not going to be 5 or 6, and then we get into Lurkers. It's going to be a full stack. It's probably going to be an upgrade. It's going to be a lot, and this is something you want to scout. SCV comes in, sees that second gas timing, I think. Maybe not. Okay. Checks the Spire, says, okay, well, that's really all I wanted to see was, do you have a Hydra Den? He sees the third hatch too, so it's okay. It's going to be a lot of mutas. You're going to try to make 9 Mutalisks. When that Spire finishes, going to help to have the gas and the minerals for it. Makes a lot of sense. I've been playing the reverse campaign for Brood War. on this channel. Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. It's a lot of fun. If you want to hang out, feel free to hang out. I'm here in the evenings during the week, and then I start at noon on Saturday. Saturdays, it's a noon start for the stream here on this channel. So just come to the channel. You'll see my live. You can click on it, and you can hang out. I just finished one up right now, actually, doing the Zerg. It's funny, because you do the Zerg campaign reverse, and you're usually playing Protoss and Terran, right? Because you're playing the opposite faction of the race that normally you're playing in the campaign. So Zerg is, you're playing Protoss trying to stop the Zerg, generally. There is one mission where there's the Renegade Zerg after the Cerebrit dies. Remember that one? And so you're basically fighting a big free-for-all Zerg thing where you're trying to make sure that your Zerg, your Renegade Zerg are the best Renegade Zerg. It's a really fun idea made by one of my subscribers, actually, Happy. He was a really cool dude. Anyway, to this game, no sign of a third base yet. Really thinking about it, though. Thinking about it very hard. Eyes are closed. Pondering. This drone is really trying to visualize becoming a hatchery. Yeah, +1 flyer attacks coming in. The mutas are here. There are 6 of them, but there are more coming, and a +1 flyer attack, like I said. So he's making mutas and lings and overlords. He doesn't have enough money to make a third hatch yet. So this little push out, it's a delay on the third. I know it's on the other side of the map, but it's really delaying the third base. Because it's making Larva make more units than maybe he wanted to right now. He wanted to save up enough money for a third, and he didn't do it. Is he dive bombing into the natural? He's trying, but there are the 3 Sunkens we talked about earlier. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. I think he just forced some Sunkens out, forced some drones to turn into static defense, which they don't want to do, right? Zerg player would make 0 static defense if they could, because that's 1 fewer drone, and that sucks. Mutas, nice turret position, nice Marine positioning. Oh, kind of getting sandwiched there, getting a lot of Marine kills, but a lot of Mutalisks are dying as well. Ow. All right, 7 mutas remaining in that group. Still working on that +3 flyer attack. I'm going to group up a couple more. 1 more for a total of 8. Man, but getting a +1 flyer attack with 8 Mutalisks, I mean, sometimes you just can't avoid it. Sometimes you would like to avoid it, but you can't. So we got more Mutalisks now. They are all stacked up as they should be. Heading down the right side. Pew, pew, pew. Ooh, this is such a great Saturday StarCraft game. Holy smokes. Good TVZ for you today. And if you're enjoying it, tap that like button, subscribe. Trying to get to 69,000 subs by, the end of the year. I'm only 250 away. Seems doable, but progress is somewhat slow right now. That's okay. We'll get there. Progress is awesome. Queen's Nest on the way. Lurker aspect coming in. Mutas need to buy time for lurkers to get on top of this ramp. Stop me if you've heard this one, and there you go. He does get up to the full stack of mutas. The +1 attack is done. He still doesn't just want to A-move onto these Marines, though, because he will die. But catching Marines, there you go, there you go. And you don't want the Marines to chase up against mutas because they will string themselves out into a single file line. That is easy for the mutas to handle. They don't want to dive into a concave of Marines. They don't want to dive into a situation where the Marines have all of them hitting your Mutalisks all at the same time. You want 1 or 2 shooting, maybe. Once again, Lurker aspect not done yet. It needs to be some Ling support. Maybe it's, Hydra support. Intriguing. Ling support, mutas. Dude, this is game over if this happens. Look at this. He's like, wait, you don't have any? Yeah, he doesn't want to go up this ramp because if he does, he's going to get strung out like that, but he just goes for it. Oh, their third base is in so much trouble. No, Larva, TY. Maybe shutting it down here, friends. That hatchery is going to die. Okay. So reinforcements are getting killed, but the hatchery's dead. Oh my gosh. Not even close to saving that. He might avenge it by killing every dude here and every girl here, but... Wow. TY. It was not easy. He didn't walk across the map and just do it with his eyes closed. But he got it done nevertheless. That's a GG. I don't want to call it a GG because it's not officially a GG. You'll notice Larva's not tapping out right now. He's getting a Defiler Mound. He's like, okay, I'm a 2-basing Zerg versus a 2-basing Terran. This could not be worse for me right now. This is horrible positioning. Scans in, sees the Defiler Mound, sees the Nidus Canal, sees the 3rd base getting replanted top left here, and he's like, all right. I killed it. I slowed the Zerg player down immensely. I've got +1 attack for my Marines. I got +1 infantry. On the way, I have a Radiate now. That's a game changer. Always. Spellcasters, game changers every single time. So let's see how this works out. Let's, together, figure it out. Who's going to pull this thing off? I mean, TY's ahead. I don't know what else to tell you. Killing that 3rd base has led to... I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a Zerg lose that 3rd base and come back and win. I mean, it's Larva we're talking about here, right? So, Larva's really good at this game, you guys. Oh, free drone is free. What the? Oh, because they mined before the hatch was done. They were trying to return all the way back to the bottom left. Crikey. Yeah, no. There's still 2. You killed 1 with a Radiate, TY. Come on, man. Let's not throw stuff away. He escorts the SCV to get a 3rd base on the right side. Love that for him. More supply depots. We're going double science vessel. It is SK Terran as you can possibly SK Terran here. Now, the question is, we're going to see Hydras out of Larva. That's been the meta largely over the last about 2 years now. Or is it just going to be Lurkers with the Dark Swarm and the Lings getting into some Ultralisks, right? And the time of the Mutalisk is going to be over really either way. Unless you manage to, like, hide them somewhere up here and turn them into Guardians. Yeah. Oh, we got the SCV building the 3rd. Okay, so Larva needs moves like that if he's going to win this game. He needs to delay the enemy 3rd if he can. Yeah, I mean, 2, 4, 6, 7 racks. Just 7 racks, 2 base. Kill the 3rd. It's something Jaedong struggles with, although he's been better about it recently. He used to Radiate a Scourge? I think he sure did. So, yeah, we're at the Plague stage, which means that Consume is done, which means that Dark Swarm and Lurker is gonna be the order of the day here on Metropolis. Now these bases are gonna be very hard to crack unless you get drops. We're making any drop ships? Yes. Excellent. All right, so TY knows what's up. He knows we're at the stage of the game. You got to start getting drops. Oh, free Scourge or free. Okay, don't want to get too close to those Lurker spines, though, do ya? Not so much, no. I do like this, you know, the Scourge here, protecting against science vessels getting too close to cast and irradiate. This Mutaflot dwindling in size. You want to keep at least a couple of them alive so that you can snipe down plagued science vessels later. Just because a Mutalisk is 100 gas. And so if you lose all your Mutas and later you're like, I'd like a Muta, 100 gas is a lot. You want those for Ultras. You want that gas for Lurkers and for Defilers. Okay. You just lose 2 of the Mutalisks for nothing. 4th base coming in here for Larva. 3rd base is done despite the delay. Here's the load up. And what do we got to defend against this? We have Dark Swarm. We have Plague available. Oh, the Defiler goes there. Radiate. Oh, nice Marine coverage on the science vessels. That's always so good when that happens. That is always so good. Oh, Metasynaptic Node. Adrenals getting fired up here. He can't drop here. Drop. Look at this. Overlord covering that area. Overlord and Scourge covering. Lurker covering this area too. He's like, is that a drop position? Yeah, it is. Scourge knew. They knew not to pursue that much. He knows there's Lurkers under that Overlord as well. Dropping up here, though, into the 3rd base. Nice Dark Swarm immediately. There are Hydras out there. Battle Cruisers being made, folks. The Dark Swarm positioning is so good right now. Oh my gosh, it's good. A lot of these Marines are attacking stuff inside the Dark Swarm like Hydralisks. It's terrible. Oh, reload and get up here. Reload and get up there. Attack from multiple directions at the same time. He's trying to... It's so much APM to do this, man. Artosa said it's the most APM of any strategy in all of StarCraft is this multiple dropping while pushing different areas all at the same time. It's a lot, but Larva holds against that drop. He needed to hold against that drop. Again, behind. And the way you get back into a game like this is by sick moves like that. Good Dark Swarm. Radiating Defilers. He consumes the... Wait, what? Did he consume... Wait, how... The irradiated Defiler consumed the non-irradiated Defiler and then did a Plague? That's weird. Oh, Science Vessel sniped out. Okay, one remains with 1 hit point. I mean, 1's better than 0. It's infinitely better than 0. Dude, is Larva going to come back here? By the way, it's battle cruisers. Did we say that already? Yeah, here they are. We've seen battle cruisers win, okay? We've seen them win on the channel. It's not very often. It's better if they've got Yamato, so they can Yamato things like Defilers, for example. Okay, he killed a Hydralisk there. It's better if you kind of use the battle cruisers to fight with the rest of your army rather than just sending them off alone, in my opinion. But so many pro players just do it this way. There are Hydras out. This is even worse against the Hydra meta, in my opinion. All right, so... Ow. I mean, you're just going to stand and fight against Hydra? TY, no. Well, okay, then Plague, then Dark Swarm, then it's time to get out. Absolutely. Another drop trying to sneak up this way. It's just Hydra. There's got to be a Defiler here somewhere. Nidus in the natural base and Defilers in the natural here, but not up this way. I think you can just win against these Hydras. They know it. They're going to run for it. And Defiler needs to get up here, get a Dark Swarm going. Or a Plague or something. Oh, he does get a Dark Swarm. Oh, there's another Nidus here inside that base. Of course there is. Duh. I'm blind. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Not... all right. So, yeah. Dark Swarm's up. The Marines can't quite get in there. Freeling is free. We'll take that. Pressuring the front door of the natural a little bit is TY here. But getting a 4th base up at the top right side here, too. So... This is turning into one heck of a macro bloodbath. It's going to be 4 base to 4 base pretty soon. TY heading down this way. Fire Bats. Added into the comp. No, the Plague. Ooh. Oh, the Plague. Ah, the second Plague. Kind of seems unnecessary if you ask me. But okay. All right. Running, getting out of there. Huh. Well, Larva's fine at this point, I think. I mean, look, it's a 4-basing Terran versus a 4-basing Zerg, which is not ideal. I'm not saying that Larva's the happiest camper right now. 3rd base was insanely late. Good snipe of the owner-radiated Hydralisk. Nicely done, Larva. Do it again, Larva. Not doing it again. All right, well, one time is great. Irradiated Defiler, always a great, perfect target. Never do... I mean, just... Yep. Ooh, restoration from TY. It's a restoration from TY game. Let's go. If he restores his science vessels, he's going to earn the Falcon Paladin seal of approval for 2025, man. Royals got it. He's used restoration on his science vessels before. Let's do it. Come on, TY. Very, very happy about it if that's the case. Scourge. No. Okay, now who's going to get a 5th base? I think Larva's going to get a 5th base first, but also, I don't know, seems tough. Oh, never mind. 5th base coming in down south. Plague, D-Matrix, Fire Bats jumping in inside the Dark Swarm. D-Matrix, Fire Bat, bro. He dead inside the Dark Swarm, but that was very cool of him. Oh, the Plague is so good. The Plague is so good. Ultralisk Cavern on the way at 20 minutes. It's a late Ultra Cavern, but hey, we'll allow that sort of thing these days, won't we? I think we shall. So, Lings have Adrenal and 0 attack, as is normal these days in TVZ. The Hydras are given the priority with the missile attack upgrade to the Needle Spines instead. So 5th base for Larva down south. Thinking about maybe getting a 5th base 12 o'clock. We're expanding down here maybe. That'd be nice. Whatever. Oh, Defiler. Picked off. Like, Restoration on a Marine is not worth the energy, but Restoration on an actively plagued and red Science Vessel is a good use of energy. Like 9 times out of 10. Every once in a while, it's already at 1 hit point, or it's already at like 4 hit points, and it doesn't matter if you restore it. But it can work out. Plague again. No. Oh, it was a Hydra that got irradiated. Hold on, I thought there was a Defiler in that group. You gotta have a Defiler in these groups, man. Alright. 182 to 190 supply. Oh, this is insane. Pushing 6 o'clock at the 5th base for Larva. There are lurkers up there, but we're irradiating all of the things. He has to kill his own Hydra again because it got irradiated. So he's saving the irradiate. He's saving it for what? Getting this guy is huge. Get this guy. Get this guy. Oh, he doesn't have enough energy to get the... Oh, he does. Irradiate the Defiler too, TY. What you doing, man? Left side base also coming up at 6th base for a Larva. Can he hold on to that one? The bigger question is, can he hold on to the 6 o'clock? And the answer is, it looks like he's going to go for a bit of a surround play to try to shut this contain down. And, yep, comes from the backside, comes down this ramp. Not very well, but okay, I guess. Yeah, this group kind of gets shut down. Nice plague. Once again, not on the science vessels, though. This is some of the best plaguing I've seen that doesn't involve catching science vessels in a TVZ. Hydra's getting targeted. They're not plagued, but the Hydra's doing damage to the science vessels is pretty good anyway. And look at him hold this position. TY, you madman. He's holding it. I'm telling you, that Defiler being irradiated earlier would have been nice. Oh my gosh, he's going to get the base. And the drones. He dark swarms them on the evacuation route. No, 2 of them. Make it out of there. That's not enough. The hatch is going to die. TY. Up 196 to 156 supply on a Larva. Hatch down, man down. New 5th base left side, yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 bases now. He ended up taking this guy. So TY's at 5 bases. Larva is on 5 bases. Even base count, bad. Possibly the worst situation to be in. Trying to counterattack with some Hydras and some Lings and a Defiler to get some damage done. High grounds, guess what? We've got at this base high ground siege tanks. Terrans, if you're playing on this map and you're not having high ground siege tanks right here, right where your like 4th base is, you're playing this wrong if you're playing against Hydras. We're back into battle cruisers a little bit. There was a drop in the main. I totally missed. Completely missed it. Defiler Mound didn't die though. The Spire died, however. That totally happened. Get the fire bats in there. Get the Marines and the medics are blocking the fire bats from getting in there. Oh, plague on 6 of the 7 tanks. See, the fire bats chased the Hydras out of the Dark Swarm. And now the Marines are inside the Dark Swarm, and we have turned it about, is what we've done here. This is a crazy good game. Marine standing outside, getting... Okay, well now the tanks are just going to get tapped and tapped and tap, 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 dead. Yep, tap, tap, dead. Tank game. Ultra out. The only Ultras we've seen in the game so far, 2 of them now. They've got chitinous plating. Relatively hard to kill. Good irradiate on the Ultras, and Larva does save this left side 5th base. If he lost that, I think it would have been a game over situation for him, but he does. He holds on to it. He holds on to the extractor too, which is a good thing for sure. 12 o'clock base is the only one really, I mean 12 and 6, and if you want to count this as a base, you can. I don't really, but it's not bad to have. We've seen players take it before. Fire bats, and okay, Hydras, nope, you guys are dead. These Lings are all dead. They ran away better than the Hydras could. Dark Swarm, go. There it is. There it is. See, now the Ultras inside the Dark Swarm with the Fire Bats are going to win that battle. So it's been a back and forth and back and forth. It was Lings inside the Dark Swarm win, and then it was Fire Bats inside the Dark Swarm win, and now it's Ultras inside the Dark Swarm win. Another Ultra down. Again, they're not the tankiest boys in the entire world. They're very tanky, but they still die. especially if they're irradiated, especially if Marines with +3 attack are hitting them. It is 3-3 for this infantry. Of course it is. These Lings are at 3-1. They're working on further upgrades and anabolic synthesis, and it's up ship weapons and vehicle weapon upgrades here. But, I mean, yes, we already have 3-3 for the infantry. I think we're just adding tanks. It's not a mech transition. It's just adding tanks to bio is what it is. Good irradiate. Where are the defilers? Here's the engagement. There's the Dark Swarm. Gotta fall back. Siege tanks getting shots off. But when you fall back, you leave the tanks a little bit exposed. Another beautiful Dark Swarm here. Ultra's leading the charge, staying inside the orange cloud pretty effectively, taking some shots on the way out. Though that tank count was a little bit too hefty for them. It's got a +1 attack on those guys, and that can be very scary indeed. Irradiated Defiler on the way out. 189 to 167 supply in favor of TY. He is crushing it right now in this TVZ. Larva's a monster, but I think TY is ahead here at 25 minutes. Charging in to the left side, 5th base again. Lurkers at the top of the ramp. Siege tanks can deal with that. There we go. Coming in again. Nice plague. Nice snipe on... Ooh. Good snipe on the science vessel. Siege tank comes in, but... Siege tanks. Woo. Battle cruiser comes in. Is this another drop? Yeah, just this little single drop ship drop. I think he wants to finish off the Defiler mound, but there's too many Lurkers and Lings to do it. So never mind. Also, we're doing... Larva gets a pure crush out. Oh no, and look, this center base that Terrans love to take so much, it's in a lot of trouble here too. It's suddenly 162 to 140 supply. It's still in favor of TY, but not as good. Not as good as it was for TY just a minute ago. Also, I don't know why he's not taking this 12 o'clock. Why build here when could build here instead? This is such a hard base to hold. I'm really not a big fan of it. Scourge connects. Oh, man, TY. I want you to win this game. I'm rooting for you, man, as an underdog. I'm a Zerg main, but dude, you're using tanks. You're using battle cruisers, okay, I guess. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. And killing that 3rd base. You shouldn't have to lose after killing that 3rd. I'm just saying. I love it. The battle cruiser makes it to his perching spot, or he's just going to kill whatever. An overlord? Sure. An extractor? Why not? Maybe another extractor. Who knows? Oh, man. Larva is taking the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock simultaneously. It is a comeback kid play for Larva. Yamato's finishing up. I wish he had it sooner. I really do. That's still 196 to 160 supply. It's a nice advantage here for TY. What he needs to do is take the 12 o'clock, and then he's in a great spot. But if Larva has both the 12 and the 6, the longer that goes on, the worse it is for TY. This group is not going to survive the next 2 seconds. 1, 2. Oh, they totally did. The next 60 seconds, something bad is happening. Charging up. Again, charging up a ramp into an entrenched Terran position is very hard to do. Same thing against a Zerg position. No matter what you're trying to do, going uphill is one of the hardest things in all of StarCraft to try to accomplish. He's building a command center here. It's plagued already. Imagine working on a plagued building as construction. Here comes Larva. Trying to shut down this angle of attack. I don't know if he brought enough to this party. Nice plague, nice Dark Swarm. It's Marines and Hydras trying to kill each other inside a Dark Swarm. Nobody wins that battle. Dragging the Hydras out of the Dark Swarm. They're a little bit too smart for that, but not too smart. The Dark Swarm wears off. The Lings and the Ultras roll in. And Larva has successfully defended the 6 o'clock base. Siege tank fire on that Ultra. Gonna kill him eventually. And he gets inside the Dark Swarm, but Siege tank fire does kill him even inside the Dark Swarm. Thanks to the splash, as always. Larva coming into the south. That is a maxed out Terran against 155 supply, barely holding on here, Larva, but he's doing it well. But no, he's abandoning the 6. He's abandoning the 6 o'clock base. The 12 o'clock is still alive. Yes, there is still tanks down there. This command center is going to finish, but it's going to be injured by about 300 hit points because of the earlier damage and the plague. The hatch dies. I said he gave up on it, and he did. He maybe could have run in here, but he doesn't have any Dark Swarm or Plague, and dealing with this without that is going to be really tough. I love him floating the command center. He's planning on landing up here as vision for the tanks that are going to kill the hatchery that currently lives here. Great Dark Swarm. Where are your fire bats? Where are the fire bats? Okay, well, drones. Okay, a lot of drones killed here. 53 remaining for Larva. Ultras come in and try to deal. Okay, siege tank shots on the hatchery. Do you want to target that or kill the Ultra? Ultra dies, and we can kill the hatch. Porque no los dos, Falcon? And the base dies. The creep's going to recede very slowly. There are drones and defilers up here, but I mean, what are you going to do? Send drones inside that Dark Swarm? Hilarious. Nice tank positioning into this lower base we have, the natural base. It's a little bit awkward for the Ultras. They are taking a lot of shots and dying immediately. Dude, I think TY is going to pull this thing off. I think he's going to do it here today. What an incredible game from him. He's up 185 to 129 supply. 6 o'clock, no. 12 o'clock, no. Larva, if he has both, he's in a good place. If he loses both, he's in a terrible place. I still think the Science Vessels got just about nothing done. I'd love to see a Yamato today, but I'm not sure we're going to get one of those. It's not a lot here. It's 2 Marines, but they've got 3-3 and a couple medics. I love this guy, this medic doing like little little baby steps up that way. I'm not sure what's going on. Creep, like I said, gonna take a while to recede. Larva trying to find something. Somewhere he can kill. This group? Sure. I don't have any fire bats in them. Who needs Dark Swarm to kill Marines with Zerglings with Adrenal? Got 2 attack upgrades on those guys. But he's not... This base is already mined out. It doesn't matter. There we go. Fire bats come in. Dematrixed. Maybe a little bit overkill, but we're going to allow it. The old graphics for a second there. I just wanted to see Dematrix with it. Larva running in, threatening the main and the 6 o'clock at the same time. Getting rid of this position, maybe allowing him to re-expand at the 6 o'clock if he can. Can he do it? I don't know. Where's the Dark Swarm? There it is. Dematrix Firebat gets back in there. Another huge plague. Restoration on the Science Vessels. TY, you have it. You have the energy on some of these medics. I know you do. That one definitely does. Restoration. Oh, okay. Well, I take it back. TY had the Falcon Paladin seal of approval before using Restoration, but then he lost it by not using Restoration. He's repairing, though. That's nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dark Swarm Ling at your front door. It's 177 to 123 supply, but the positioning here by Larva is insane. This is the one thing you cannot allow to happen as a Terran player in 2025 or ever, is Dark Swarms to come up at your natural front door and threaten a base. This is abysmal. More fire bats. Lurkers coming in here too. No bank for Larva. Making more Ultras. Making, oh gosh, more Defilers as much as he can. Lings rolling in at the same time. More fire bats. There we go. More fire bats being produced. Science Vessels popping out of those science facilities. They don't have enough energy to go for Irradiates yet. Doesn't. None of these Science Vessels have Irradiates available. That's such a problem right now. Lings jumping in. Another Dark Swarm. Fire bats holding the line against these Lings. There we go. The Ultra comes in, though. What do we say about the Ultra inside the Dark Swarm? He is king. Inside the Dark Swarm. More Lings and Ultras flooding on in, but it's still like a 70 supply lead for TY. He's producing so much. He's making battle cruisers out of these starports, but it's going to take forever to build them. Can he stop these Ultras from ravaging his barracks and his production facilities? Irradiates are going to have to do the job for now. More Lings and Ultras are flooding down. Reinforcements coming from the top side. There are factories and barracks up here for this very purpose. So they're very injured Ultras right now, but they're not quite dead yet. That guy actually didn't catch an Irradiate. Science Vessel does die to Scourge there. A second Irradiate will kill an Ultra. That one went down to Tank Fire. Oh, low ground Tank Fire. He's got 9 kills. He dies for it. This guy getting irradiated again would kill him. Don't have the energy for any of that. Thank you. But I think if TY just holds on, I think he's got this game. He's still up. Like 70, 80 supply here. If it calms down enough to where TY can catch his breath, this 9-kill Ultra. Oh my gosh. This 9-kill Ultralisk. Scourge getting killed by missile turrets, flooding up this way, maybe trying to take up that 12 o'clock. What does he have? He's got the double medevac or medic on hold position under the floating engineering bay trick. That's so dirty. We don't see it as much as I feel like we should because it's such a dirty, effective move. Maybe people have too much honor to do it sometimes, but not TY, not today. This Ultra, oh, fine. Okay, the battle cruisers did finish, and that's it. GG, Larva taps out in 35 minutes. And TY gets the win. Holy cow. That was a game. Ugh. Am I losing my voice? I certainly hope not, but that was crazy good, man. What a great TVZ. TY, as the underdog, pulls off the win. A lot of this was that Larva lost his third base, and it was playing from behind the rest of the game, you could tell. There was a moment when he had the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock where he was going to win the game, but then he lost both, and from there it was all downhill. Couldn't do anything else. Didn't have enough money. Didn't have enough to keep up with the production here of TY. The Irradiates, the Siege Tanks, the Marines, the Fire Bats, the D-Matrix plays, no restoration, at least not that I saw. I'm going to be kind and assume that he did get a couple restorations off and totally save some science vessels because he's awesome. I just didn't see it. That's okay. Yeah, epic TVZ for your Saturday today, man. Tap that like button, subscribe. I don't know what else to tell you. You're getting games like this on this channel, and it is beautiful. Beautiful TVZ for you. Terran's happy about that. Absolutely. Underdog getting the win, too. I imagine some people didn't even click on this game because they're like, oh, man, I love Terran, but there's no way TY wins this against Larva. What are you talking about? And so they just didn't click on it, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay. All right. Well, that was fun. That was a really, really, really incredibly good TVZ. This base changed hands at least twice. I think this was going to change hands once. But yeah, the big key is here. This never died, and these bases were safe. Tanks on the high ground. This base is made to defend your base with tanks against Ling attacks and Ultra attacks. If you don't do this, you deserve to lose. Smart, smart, smart. GG, dude. Wow. Final score is as follows. To 303,000 points to 310,000 points in favor of the Zerg. He produced 1,134 units today. Only 600 produced by the Terran, but look at the kill numbers here. Impressive stuff. Impressive kill-death ratio all the way around for TY, but that's what tanks will do. Buildings raised 18 by the Zerg is a lot. Not enough to win. And the outspend was only about 5,000 resources, less than that, in 35 minutes, and that is the GG. I've been streaming a lot. I'm going to tell you something. So I use restream.io for my multi-streaming, both to Twitch and to YouTube, which I do, 7 days a week, in case you want to catch one of those. But I streamed the equivalent of 40-hour work weeks for 4 straight weeks in August. 160 total hours in August is what I streamed. Full-time, man. That's what I'm doing out here. And then I also cast these games as standalones for the channel. So guess why? Because I love you, and also because I'd like to pay the mortgage every month. So thanks if you're helping with that. I appreciate it. You know, just by subbing to the channel, by becoming a channel member, hitting me up at PayPal or Venmo, or Venmo's at Falcon Paladin, patreon.com/@FalconPaladin, etc., etc. You know the drill. All right, going to be it from me. Thanks again for hanging out. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another epic edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.